Now we changed the fish and we changed the costume so it looks a little bit more like it's swimming. The next thing we're going to do now is we're going to add the crab, and we're going to get the crab to move automatically across the bottom of the screen without any control. It's going to keep on moving backwards and forwards across the bottom of the screen. So the next thing to do is to add from the sprite menu, to scroll down and to find the crab, so just double click it. We're going to drag him to the bottom and we're going to sit him here. Now if we go to the costumes, we'll notice that we've already got a crab costume. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him to move across, and he's constantly going to go backwards and forwards. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to events, drag a green flag, because we want, as soon as we push this green flag, we want him to set off going. The next thing we're going to do is going to go to control, and we've got these things called loops, and loops allow us to repeat things until we don't want them. So if we know how many times we want them to repeat, we can choose a repeat with the number. If we want it to repeat forever, we drag this one on, and if we want it to repeat until we tell it to stop, we drag this block on here. Now we want the crab to go backwards and forwards forever, so we're going to drag a forever block onto there. So what he's going to do is he's going to move this way, and he's going to take a few steps forward, and he's going to change his costume, take a few steps forward, change his costume, take a few steps forward, change his costume. Quite simply, he's going to do that. So we're going to go to motion, and we're going to say change X, because remember we're going across the horizontal. If that's actually not, we're going to say move 10 steps in this one. So it's going to move 10 steps, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go to looks, and we're going to go to next costume. Now as we run this, he goes off the screen. We don't want him to go off the screen, so we're going to go to motion, we're going to drag if on edge bounce, and oh dear, he's kind of taken off into the abyss, and he's kind of gone in a bit of a random tangent. We didn't want that. So what we're going to do is we're going to point him to start with in a direction. We're going to put this before the loop, so this is going to start him off, and he's going to be pointing right. And then what he's going to do is he's going to move 10 steps. He's going to change his costume in if an edge bounce. So let's see how this works. No, he still seems to be going off on a bit of a random angle. So we'll drag him back down again. Try set rotation style. Drag that just before the if on edge bounce. That's actually, in fairness, we should just be able to set that to up there. And this means that it will only ever move left and right, and it will move across. Now unfortunately those clipper claws seem to be going very, very quickly. So what we might want to do is if we go to control and we go to wait 1 second, and we're going to change this down to, we can do decimals, so we're going to say try 0.2 seconds, and it moves a little bit more slowly across the bottom of the screen. We could reduce this to 0.1, and it speeds up a little bit, and it also means that we can see the claws clipping. Now this is great, and we've got the crab to move from left to right. The next video is going to look at what happens when the crab touches the fish.